Yes. You read the title right. I hit 100,000 followers on Instagram. Yay! It's actually quite exciting. I'm just talking about it now, and it's been over a month since it happened. But I've gotten so many DMs about, oh my gosh, how did you do it? What did you do differently? And I figured I cannot be answering everybody individually. It would be best to just put it in a video. Maybe this would be very helpful for someone out there as well that's trying to, grow their following on social media. So at the beginning of this year, I was at 51,400 on Instagram, and I took a screenshot because I wanted to track my growth, and I'm glad I did. What's actually interesting is that I had been at 51,400 followers on Instagram for about 4 months. Non-stop. Like, I just kept losing followers, so no matter the number of followers I gained, it wasn't reflecting because I was just consistently losing followers. This was towards the end of 2022. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what I was doing wrongly. It was actually quite frustrating because I am a full-time content creator, so growing my social media, my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, those platforms are quite important to my career as a content creator. So it became so frustrating that by the end of 2022, I decided to take a break off of creating content, both on YouTube and on Instagram as well. I took off the whole of December. I think I only posted like in November to, post about my birthday. Then I disappeared. And then in December, I posted once about, our anniversary, our wedding anniversary, which was 5 years. So I did that post and that was it. And then I disappeared again. I got a lot of DMs from people saying, oh, are you okay? You haven't been posting, yada, yada, yada. But I knew I needed to take that break. So I'm already talking about the number one thing that I did. It was to stop creating content because I was putting out such good content, but I wasn't growing. So I knew that instead of just putting content out non-stop, I needed to press pause, kind of like some sort of reset. I knew I didn't want to start a new Instagram page. I'd grown that one for so many years, and I also knew that I liked the following I had, and I knew there was a potential for the growth to happen. So I knew creating a different Instagram page was not going to be smart, for me. At least, I needed to push harder to grow this one first. And then maybe if nothing worked, maybe then I would have created a new Instagram page. But I didn't create a new Instagram page. Instead, to do some sort of reset, I stopped posting content for a month. So that was the number one thing that I did. Number two, so whilst I wasn't creating content, I spent a lot of time resting and a lot of time on my content strategy. Okay, so yes, I wasn't posting, but I was very much present on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. I was watching other creators. I was following other creators. What are they doing? My favorite creators, what are they doing? The people that I see that are growing, what do they seem to be doing? I was looking at all those people and trying to look at their content. So I spent a lot of time on my content strategy and trying to design a content strategy that worked for me whilst implementing things I knew or I could see that other people were doing and was working. Do you understand? So for instance, one of the questions I asked myself was, would I share this content? What content would I share? Because the biggest or the fastest way to grow that I've learned on Instagram is for people to share your content. And no matter how much you beg, oh, please share, like, people are not going to share if they don't feel it. Some might share because they like you and they want to support you, but for that massive growth that you're looking for, it happens when people feel compelled to share, because people have found some sort of value in that content. So is it entertainment value? Is it informational value? Is it educative value? Is it scary value? Just something that they have just found that they don't want to keep to themselves. So they decide that, oh, you know what? I want to share. I want my friend to say it. I want to share it on my story. So without you asking, people are eager to share. So that was like at the top of my content strategy. That was what was there. Like, is this something people would want to share? Is this something people want to watch again? Is this something people want to save? So that was the driving factor for designing my content strategy. Content strategy would be an entirely different video by itself. So I don't want to dwell too much on it, but that was what I spent that period doing when I wasn't posting content. I spent time deciding what I wanted to be known for, what I wanted my content to be about, what I wanted people to identify me with. I don't want to be all over the place. I don't want to do this today, do that tomorrow. Like, okay, what are the core things? How am I going to narrow it down? I wouldn't say niche down. Let me talk about niching very quickly. I struggled so much with niching down that I think it was one of the things that hindered my growth as well. And it's because I'm not a niche kind of person, right? Because I believe I have so much to share as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, as a Christian, I find new music today. I want to post myself dancing on Instagram today. I don't want to be put in a box. But how do I fit all of that into 3 different categories? That was what I told myself. And how do I design my content such that my audience enjoy what I'm putting out, such that they want to share? Content strategy needs to be another video entirely, but that was what I spent that period doing when I wasn't posting. Then towards the end of that month that I wasn't posting, I started designing my content calendar and I started creating fresh content. I wasn't posting them, but I was bulk shooting because I knew that when I came back, I wanted to hit the ground running. So I designed a content calendar. Okay, on Monday, this is the type of content I'm going to post. On Tuesday, I'm going to post this. On Wednesday, I'm going to post this. On Thursday, and that. If I'm going to take a day off, I'm going to take a day off. With my content calendar, I decided since I took a month off, I wanted to come back non-stop. So my goal was to post at least once per day, whether a picture, whether a reel, whether something needed to go on my page. Now, not a filler content. And that's where your content calendar comes in. Okay, so not a filler content now, a designed content specifically for that day. Okay, and that was what I did. So I spent time bulk shooting so that I would have content in advance before I even posted. The 4th thing that I did differently was to try new content style every now and then. So in as much as I came back with my own content strategy, okay, this is what I want to be known for, this is what I'm going to be consistent with, this is what I'm going to be posting about, I wasn't rigid. Do you get? I wasn't stuck in that calendar or in that strategy. If I saw something interesting, I thought, ooh, this might be interesting. I'll post it on a day that I know people aren't expecting something so serious from me. I wouldn't post it on a Monday. I might post it on a Friday, on a day when I know like people are much more relaxed. So I did something different every now and again. And I would say that one of the things I did differently was what caught fire and drew more people and led to the growth. Led to the shares and the growth. And when the growth started happening, it was like magic. I just knew it was God. Okay, I knew this was God. This was God. It wasn't me. And yes, that's going to be my number 5, which is repeating or replicating something that did well. So in as much as you are posting, don't just post and ghost. Don't just post and disappear, right? So you post and you look at your insights. You look at your analytics. What are people liking? What is doing well? When something catches fire, you will know because you will suddenly see an increase in your engagement, your increase in your following. So track it. Which of your content is bringing them? It might be content that you posted a month ago. It might be content that you posted 3 weeks ago, right? So track it, find it, then replicate it. So that was what I did. I found this specific filter that I found funny. Okay, typically I'm not a filter person, you know, but I found this one funny. It's like a funny face kind of filter. And I tried it on my face and it looked so funny. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I created a post with it. And even that post probably took me like 1 minute to shoot, and I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. You know, it was a shoot day. I was done creating the content I wanted to create, and I was like, oh, this filter, let me just do something. And there was this song that was trending at the time, Billionaire Onye Dikachi, chopping and sending Dikachi, and it's no mercy for money. That song, okay. So I was like, oh, that song is trending. I'm going to put that song on this filter, and I'm going to caption it. I didn't say a word in that post. That post was like maybe 10 seconds. I didn't say a word. It was just my facial expression, and then I captioned it. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen right here. Let me put it right here so you can see. So I captioned it very funny, and it caught fire. I didn't know what caught fire. Maybe it was the song, maybe it was the filter, maybe it was what I said, but I think it was just a combination of everything that caught fire. And I'm telling you, this thing went viral. It was going up, the views were going up, and I was like, what? Reels I spent hours shooting and editing, they weren't doing that well. But here is this reel that took me less than a minute to shoot and put together, and you know, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again. So I tried the filter again with something else, and people liked it. People found it very funny what I did. Apparently my expressions were funny. The content was funny. And I was like, okay, people seem to like this. Okay, I'm going to replicate it. I'm going to not just do only that, because again, I'm not a one-dimensional person, right? I believe I'm quite dynamic, you know, and I have things I want to share in different aspects. But I didn't want people to put me in that funny filter box only. Okay, I wanted them to be able to connect if I posted about my son. I wanted them to be able to connect if I posted about my husband. So I didn't just post about that filter, but I incorporated it more into my content calendar, right? So maybe before I posted it once in 2 weeks, so maybe prior to that, I used the filter like once in 2 weeks. I decided to start using it every week. And then from every week, I decided to start using it even more, like twice a week. And then I increased it to 3 times a week, because I realized that those content styles were really doing well. People were really enjoying them. So in between, I would infuse every other thing that I want to post, whether I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to post my son, But then the funny face filter became a constant in my content. And I mean, I was growing. There was a month I grew like 12,000 in a month. What? It was ridiculous. I kept telling my husband, even my husband was watching it grow, and I was like, what is going on? This is coming from a page that had been dormant for 4 months. You know, I celebrated 50K thinking, oh my gosh, now it's going to be like a ride to 100. No, that didn't happen. I was at 51K for 4 months, like I said, you know. So, but when it started happening in a month, I grew like 12K. I'd go 8K, 9K here. The least I ever grew in a month this year, or the least that I have grown in a month this year, 2023, has been maybe 6K, 7K followers in a month on Instagram. That is mind-blowing. At the time of shooting this video, I am currently at 110,000 followers, and the 10,000 followers I grew in a month, because this is the first week in June and I entered 100K first week in May. Okay, so I grew over 50,000 followers in 5 months. It's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, let's go back on track. Number 6, I was consistently posting. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot, but again, content creation is my full-time job, and I went hard at it. I was consistently posting every day. And I tried different times as well. So there was a time I would try 4 a.m. I tried 3 a.m. I tried 6 a.m. I tried 9 a.m. I wanted to see what time did people engage with my content the most. I tried scheduling and then letting it post automatically. I tried leaving it. Like, I tried so many things with the content. I didn't delete any content. If any content didn't really connect with the audience, or it looked like it wasn't really going to do well at all, I would archive it. I did not delete content. I'll just archive the post and let it go. And then the next day I'll post again. But I was consistently posting every day. When I decided to take a break from consistently posting like every single day this year was this month of June, when I was like, whew, okay. And then it was also because I felt ill and I wasn't able to create fresh content. So I didn't have like fresh content to post. So I had to like allow myself to just breathe. And so I would post like something, an old post today, take a break tomorrow, then post another one, the next day. But consistently posting is very helpful, because when one goes viral, you want others to follow. You want people to come to your page and be able to tap, and they're seeing the other styles of that content that went viral. So consistently posting is key. Every day worked for me and worked for my schedule. It was a lot. I'm not going to lie, but like I just told you now, it wasn't sustainable. It's not like I'm still consistently posting now. I am consistently posting. I just don't post every day like I was doing when I was really trying to get to 100K, right? I'm not lazy now. Don't think I'm lazy. I'm still going at it, but I'm breathing like, because hitting 100K was my goal for this year. For the entire year, but I hit 100K in 5 months. So then I was like, okay, breathe, relax, breathe, celebrate this win. Okay. So if posting every day doesn't work for you, that's fine. Just make sure you stick to a consistent schedule, but keep in mind that the more you post, the better, the more chances you give yourself. Number 7 thing that I did differently when I came back to Instagram was to interact with other content and engage with other content. Now, this was something I didn't used to do as much. It was only if I really liked the content that I might comment or whatever. But this year, I became even more intentional with interacting with other content styles, liking posts, commenting on posts, spending time on reels, because if you want the algorithm to recommend you, you have to show the algorithm that you're present, or the algorithms that you're present on Instagram. So I was constantly engaging with people. I'm following people I'm not following. I was present, and I still am. Number 8 thing is responding to comments and DMs. Now, listen, the comments can become overwhelming sometimes. I'm not going to lie, because when you have content that is going viral, how are you going to respond to 900 comments? Even if you have 10 Instagram managers, how are they going to keep track to responding to? It's not even healthy, So obviously you cannot respond to everybody. If you can, yes, maybe if you have a sizable number of comments right now and likes, then you definitely want to spend time responding to those comments, engaging with them, because that's going to encourage them to engage more with your content as well. Be genuine with your responses. But if it becomes overwhelming, then just give yourself a break. But I always respond to my DMs. I always interact. I always would post on my stories and all of that. All those factors also help in, the algorithms knowing that you're present, and also building a relationship with your followers and with your community as well. Number 9, there is this controversy about trending audio versus original audio. And I would say that yes, trending audio would work when, if you're able to jump on it very early and, you create good content with it. However, I would say don't be so focused on trending audio that you forget about using original audio as well. Because you have to understand that trending audio is not your audio. So if someone decides to delete the audio, or if the original creator decides to remove the music or delete the audio, which I have seen happen over and over again, then your content becomes quiet. And if people stumble on it, all they are hearing is. So they're seeing you talk, your mouth is moving, but they're not hearing anything because there is no trending audio. Do you understand? Or maybe you're acting or whatever you did based on that audio. So don't let all your content be so focused on trending audio. So what I did was to create a good balance of both. Number 10, last but definitely not the least, is content quality. And I put this at the very end because, yes, in as much as your content quality is important, I would say that I've had some videos go viral, and I'm talking about millions. And I did not like the videos. I did not like them. I posted them reluctantly. There was a video I posted. There was a reel I posted. Actually, I shot it like maybe a week or two before. I just did not post it because I did not like it. It got to a point where I had nothing else to post. I was like, this reel. Okay, let me just post something, because again, I was doing the everyday thing. I posted it. It went viral. And I'm talking, last time I checked, it was at 3 million views or something. I was like, I don't even like my face in that reel. So don't be so caught up. There are some reels I've done. The lighting was probably not good. I just posted it anyway because I'm still going to post another one tomorrow, and I'll put another. I just let it go, right? So don't be too caught up in your quality that you forget to create, or that you forget to just let it go and do what you can with the next one. So those are the 10 tips I can give you. If there are specific questions that you have, please ask in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer. If there are other things you'd like me to talk about as far as Instagram growth is concerned, then please let me know in the comment section as well. I'll be glad to answer. I'm enjoying this all growth series and being a content creator and growing your pages and all of that. I've been doing a lot of that recently. So if there are topics you'd like me to do on, I think someone had asked that I did one on content strategy. So if that's something that you're interested in as well, then please let me know in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel if you found value in this video, and thumbs up the video as well. Like the video if you already haven't. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Thank you so much for the congratulatory messages that I am sure I'm going to get, because yay, it's so exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to see you again very, very soon. I pray God blesses you, your homes, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Remain in God, and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.